Hello and welcome everybody, I'm one proud Bavarian and we are back as Canada and soon as the United Kingdom in hopes that, for example, this occupation here will actually become part of us, because if not, then our industrial strength will be crippled. I don't know what will happen to the troops either, we'll see about that. For the moment, let's just advance deeper into Germany in the hopes of capitulating them soon. I have also, because a commenter pointed it out, I completely missed that, I have given Norway to Sweden because apparently they did fight him. I just didn't see him win it, but there you go, that's fair. I understand, and I think that is entirely correct. So let's see if they release it or whatever they do with it. Brazil, oh, the war in Argentina is finally done, and Araucania has annexed Argentina. Sure, whatever that means. Right, let's take a look here. We are advancing into Bremen and keeping them busy down here. We're pinning them down there, but crossing the Elbe is quite the tall task, so that'll take us some time, I assume. Where is my other tank? And yes, we still only have 2 tanks. We're building some, but it's taking some time because it's medium tanks, so, and medium tank destroyers, I believe, so that's just, you know, sadly natural for it to take ages. In the meantime, let's actually change the song. They do have air superiority over there now. We can change that, hopefully. Putting some airplanes over here. I would like to take you. How about we split you? Then I put you over here. Okay, and now we put you over there. There you go. That gives us max efficiency because we're not actually over using any of our... Oh, Bremen is being defended. We're not overusing any of our airports there. Let's attack over here into the border to Bohemia. What are we not producing? Carrier fight and CV naval. I thought we were producing that, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not too worried about it. There's nobody that could rival our mighty sea power at this point. I hope that they do actually give us all of our troops when we become England, because if not, then we truly are in deep shit. Right, there you go, beautiful. Let's walk towards Chemnitz, or rather drive, because we are tanks. And then how about we move into... I will keep you busy. And then I will move into Leipzig and into Dresden. I think that's a solid choice. Ah, Dresden has somebody in them. Leipzig didn't though. So let's progress into the west. As long as we keep them busy on that front, we'll be fine. Improved infantry equipment 2. And the fall of Berlin. What? Who? What? I don't remember taking Berlin. I guess they just capitulated anyway because we were doing so well or something? I don't know. The fall of Berlin. Reports from Berlin confirm that the German city has been captured by advancing Canadian troops after long merciless fighting through the greatest city of the Reichspakt. German forces put up stiff resistance, hoping to delay the Canadian forces for as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. As shocked Berliners looked on, the Canadian army paraded down the Brandenburg Gate before listening to a speech by King Edward VIII in front of the famous monument. However, what eventually seems to have caught the attention and memory of the world is a picture of a Canadian soldier proudly holding the Canadian flag from the roof of a heavily damaged Reichstag taken by one of his squad mates. It's all but over for the German Empire now. Well, there you go. Let me just check out what we want to research here. I guess ships would be nice, but at the same time, I'll be honest with you, I don't think we need ships. And my reasoning behind that is very simple. There's no other naval power. I think Japan... Yes, Japan still has a navy, but that's about it. Well, and with that, the German government has moved into exile down here. Wait, isn't this supposed to be German land? French land? I'm not happy about them having this, because those are colonies that rightfully belong to me. We'll take a look at that later. We still have a war to fight here. Well, the German territory now is no longer occupied, but rather owned. We still have to fight Ireland and Lithuania. Oh, the Irish. Oh, I'm ready for you, Ireland. Oh, I'm ready for you, Ireland. Right, but before we take care of any of that, let's just set a new front line right here. Set a general advance order. And then let's get him going, shall we? Peace deal. Oh, okay. Ireland and Canada. Okay. So only Lithuania is still at war with us. I don't know why, but that's what it is. Russia now still has to fight all of these, but we can't help them with that, really, can we? Lithuania is still an enemy for some reason. Let's just deal with him. The conquest of Germany. Today the unthinkable has occurred. What is this? Belgium, right. German air forces fighting in Europe have finally collapsed under the weight of invading the armies. The Reich couldn't continue the struggle, and so it appears the Kaiser, his cabinet, and a considerable number of state officials and key generals have embarked by sea to the African colonies still in the hand of the Germans. The Kaiser is seemingly committed to continuing the struggle from his imperial possessions overseas, but for now the war in Europe is over, and the worldwide German Empire has been thrown into utter disarray. Now Germany knows what it feels like to lose everything. Right, so this is Belgium. I'm going to give Belgium to France, I think. It's the smartest move, right? I mean, as a Brit, we obviously have an interest in Belgium existing. We created it, after all, but I don't know. I think this is fair. Looks ugly as sin, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. We should give this back to France, yeah. Manage occupied territory, return territory, absolutely not. France, release nation? No, that's not what I want. Okay, we can't actually return territory to our ally here, so it is the way it is. Right, so we're now only at war with Lithuania and all of the colonial beings over here. And we will... Oh, not even with Qing, huh? Yeah. Alright. I guess the alliance just faded into nothingness. Which does make a lot of sense. Empire of and Deutsch Ostasien, okay. Sure. Time to get rid of the Lithuanians. Oh, this is a good song. I need all of you to just march into Memel. Could you do that for me? Oh, we're lacking resources, it appears. Portugal, sure, I'll trade with her. Oh, there's a lot of foreign troops here, you know that? And I would like you to keep them busy over here. Beautiful. Well done. If I cut off these troops, I think we'll be fine, but I also would like to cut off somebody like this. Give me the 3 of these and go to Xiaoliao. There you go. Beautiful. Now we've got him. Just as intended. I don't know why we're still at war with Lithuania, by the way, but I'm just gonna end it. Like, no, I'm not gonna keep him struggling too long. I'm not a villain. Are we the baddies? No, we're not. We just freed our people, alright? I'm more excited for this. I wonder what happens here. Good lord. Please be something good. And I don't wonder what happens to this. Oh, what? Excuse me? I hope this doesn't fuck us over. Really do.
Please clap.
Return of the King. Right. After years of exile and struggle, the armed forces of the Union of Britain have been defeated and its leaders fled, while the royal family has returned to Britain in triumph. It is a glorious day for Britain and the Empire. God save the King. United Kingdom will be created. United Kingdom joins Entente. United Kingdom will receive default major status in the world. And we will be the United Kingdom. Oh, I hate that. I hate that you hold this, and I hate that you keep all your troops, and ugh. I don't like that one bit. So what I assumed would happen has indeed happened, and we did get all the tech, I believe, that they had researched, but our research itself got interrupted. Yeah. That could have been better. Probably shouldn't have done that there, but, you know. It's what it is. Oh my god, I have to do all of this? Are you kidding me? Alright then. Need any of those, I don't think. Medium tanks, medium tank destroyer. Oh, our production also. God damn it, Canada. Restoration of the monarchy. Now that the syndicalists have been purged from the nation, it is time to restore the monarchy to its rightful place within the United Kingdom. King Edward VIII will be formally crowned in Westminster Abbey to celebrate his well-deserved homecoming. Right. Oh, that sucks. It sucks a lot, I'll be honest with you. We should have this land here as well. It's that Canada has it. Fuck. That will weaken my war efforts for sure. I will just ask for Canadian troops though, not gonna lie. Did we get any navy? Do we get the Canadian Navy? Tell me about this. Yes, of course I'll help you. Are you not my vassal? Are you kidding me? And now suddenly we're market liberals? Game, please. Right, Canada, just clean this up, will you? The British Army. 500 of... Wow, 500? Thanks. Oh, nah! With the restoration of the United Kingdom, a number of new regiments have been formed to defend Great Britain from any syndicalist elements. Moreover, to help the British Army, a number of Home Guard divisions have been called forth to help augment our military and help protect the island. Okay, we got some units here, which I guess is fine. That's not a cavalry unit at all. What are you talking about? Guard Cavalry Division. Canadian Navy ships. Britannia Triumphant has ships. Rule the sea. Did we get 5 ships? Did you just give me 5 ships and say that's it? Ugh. The Restoration. At long last, King Edward VIII entered Westminster Abbey to properly be crowned, as virtually all English and later British monarchs have been throughout history. Today is a glorious day, a day that will mark a new beginning for the United Kingdom. However, following the coronation, the work to rebuild Britain has already begun. The army needs to be rebuilt, the economy needs to be restructured, and the fate of the syndicalists must be decided upon. Long live the king. Gives us some negative modifiers. So the way I see it, we're, you know, we are part of the Entente now, but we are just like a minor nation. General election. God save the king. Rebuilding the empire. Can we gain our things back? That's honestly my most important part here. Crush Egypt. I'm looking forward to... We're gonna do all of these, I can tell you that much already. I'm gonna restore the British Empire. That's the goal here. British military. Can I annex Canada? I want its stuff, please. South Africa. Canadian Governor General. Right, okay, we'll take a look at this. You know, the war practically is won. The only one... Oh, okay. We're lacking civilian... civilian factories. Alright, there you go then. What's our civilian economy? Ah! Declared war on the Triad Syndicate. You know what? Canada, more power to you. The game is frozen. There you go. Oh, that sucks. You dickheads. They're a puppet of Canada. They should be a puppet of mine. Oh, you twats. You know, fair enough. Wilhelm Ritter von Leeb is back in power. This apparently... Oh my god. Oh, I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with this at all. This should have gone to France. I think I'm gonna do some cleanup in between saves. So I'm gonna give this to France. I'm gonna give this to France. this to, and Luxembourg as well. No, actually I'm going to give this to Belgium, but I will give this to France and these two as well. Right, so we're going to do that. The rest of the borders, I think, of the German Union are fine. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Honestly, and I may edit the German Union to be my vassal, just for role-playing reasons. Why would Canada get that? Yes, Canada's ruled by me as well, but come on. I am the real me. I am the real me, I swear. Right, whatever, let's just produce it like this. The Imperial Scientific and Academic Council. The Canadian government has formed the Imperial Scientific and Academic Council to better coordinate the research efforts of member states of the British Empire. Canada has generously offered to fund the main operations of the council, so our government would only need to fund the efforts of our own scientists and academics in order to participate and share in the technological benefits. Sure. I will take all states, thank you very much. And then we shall release them. Where's the release event? Oh shit. Now in an all-out war here, huh? Join wars. So we don't even have a proper navy anymore. Oh, this pains me. It was to be expected, I'll be honest with you, it was absolutely to be expected. And because of it I'm fairly fine, but man, you know how it is and all that. I have to free Lithuania on my own. French Empire, it's alright. I'll just free Lithuania. I'll just leave them. So I know this is not supporting Kaiserreich, but I don't like that they're just hanging out there now, I suppose. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is, well, mostly gonna have these sit around, I guess. Called Portugal. What I would like to do is strike down Morocco. And I don't know how to feel about this situation right here, man. Oh, they gave Luxembourg to Germany, really? That's what you're gonna do? Fucking Canada. Well. Alright, you know what? This is fine. This is interesting because it adds a second stage to... I'll take all of what you have to give me. It adds a second stage to gameplay, you know? Because now we're back to being fairly weak. We have to restore our country. And we're gonna certainly go down with the paternal autocrats as well. We're gonna go down here with no elections. Loyal League becomes a ruling party. That's exactly what I want. Suspend habeas corpus. Those British that rebelled against their king will learn what it means to fear once more. And I want to teach them fear right here. German Union. Political reform. Oh, they have Really? They have that kind of focus tree? It's boring. Are you fighting? No, you're not. Spirit of resistance. So they will eventually try to come back. And it's good, honestly. As Canada, I would have just steamrolled. So here's my plan that I had as Canada, okay? I would have steamrolled over here in East Asia. I would have steamrolled over here. I would have steamrolled Russia. And then eventually gotten back the colonies. But we have been done so quickly. So instead now what we're doing is we're just hanging around, you know, as the UK. Trying to rebuild what we once were and recreate who we will be. And I think, you know, that's perfectly fine. What do we need here to do this? The British Reconstruction Authority have finished its work of desyndicalizing Britain. I understand. Root out syndicalism. Absolutely. I'm not going down and sock them. Are you crazy? Trade mission from the Australasian Confederation. The government of the Australasian Confederation has approached us regarding the possibility of a new bilateral trade agreement between our countries. In return for dropping the tariffs in place currently restricting imports, they promise to do the same for British goods. Absolutely. I love my prisoner friends. Fate of Lithuania. Oh, I get a decision. Seems we have no choice but to face down our former colony. What? What? We are now at war with the Australasian Confederation, and we will not rest until the islands are back in British hands. That was a bit buggy. Let's release a loyal Lithuania, absolutely. Legislate freedoms now. Oh, they're market liberals. I don't like that one bit. It's such a stupid ass joke. That we're now this kind of this really worthless country, you know. And Morocco's slowly falling. Congratulations to the French. Have they already? No, Paris is not yet their capital. Huh? Do they have to do a focus? I don't think they do. Return to Paris. There they go. Return to Marseille? Oh, that's if they don't conquer all of it and Germany gets part of it. Restore the suspended constitution or stay with absolutism. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool. You know, it feels good to be back here in Europe, and it feels good to be in a really strong alliance. Sweden hasn't released Norway. I see how it is. I see how it is. Sweden suppressing their brethren. Look at Portugal. Almost restored the monarchy already. Let's take a look. So I think Japan is doing quite well. Russia is actually holding and pushing back now. I mean, they should win this war. And honestly, that will be the next major threat, Russia, for certain. They are in a quite aggressive position here. I'm a bit bummed out that we won't be able to, you know, go to town with the AUS now, because we're not Canada.
Please clap.
Liberty Day. Across Britain, stores and factories are closed as the British gather in a national day of remembrance, in honor of those who lost their lives in the struggle against syndicalism. The central activities of the day occur in the imperial capital where, on the anniversary of his death, the remains of George V have been interred in a special vault in an elaborate ceremony at Westminster Abbey, attended by Edward VIII, the royal family, and leading political and military figures. This solemn act has finally fulfilled the late king's dying wish to return to Britain. After the ceremony, the king led a solemn procession to the east end of the mall, where a monument to King George V was unveiled. During the unveiling, the king stated that the monument commemorated all those who had been victims of the former syndicalist regime, and that all had suffered, from the king to the lowest labourer. Never again, pledged the king, would syndicalism threaten British liberties, which had been passed down through the ages. To honour the victims of syndicalism and keep fresh the memory of what had been so nearly lost and so dearly regained, henceforth every 1 o'clock on the 19th October 1940 is to be celebrated as Liberty Day. Let's do it. It's just... we do get... This is some interesting stuff, but it's not... I don't know. Not that good. We only have 4 research slots? God damn it, Canada. Give me my scientists back. Let's do the British Reconstruction Authority. In order to help handle the political issues facing the British government, it has been proposed that we set up a British Reconstruction Authority, or BRA. The BRA would help ensure government stability during the transition and guarantee that syndicalism is wiped out in Britain, never to threaten us again. Now that is very much something I favour, not to get wiped out again. I do still... I hate this. Certainly do. But it'll be alright. The Japanese are invading over here. The Philippines? What is going on here? Right, they're syndicalists. I remember this. Also, the game really hates working well right now. Why is nobody invading over here? Who's this? Pengtian government. Shouldn't we be able to take this out? Why is nobody planning even to invade there? I mean, some people are. The Dominion of Australasia is coming back over here, or rather Confederation. We have to bring them all back into the fold once we're done with the Reconstruction. Rebuilding the Empire. Then I'll take a look at the Irish policy. Crush the IRA, absolutely. Renew the Act of the Union, that's what you get. Dominions of the Empire, and then we have a marketing board. India, Five Eyes program, South Africa, Canada. I need Canada back in the fold. Legislate freedoms, we could do that, but I don't really think it is necessary. We also, it's interesting, Austria is in a very strong position this game, and I honestly have no intention of pushing them out. They fought for this. They're fine. That's alright, yeah. I think Austria can do whatever they want. I dislike that the Kingdom of Italy is not part of Austria's Italy, but you know, what little we have left. They're trying to rebuild. Confederation. Oh no, just the Federation has been built down here. Oh, we'll take a look at it, shall we? Batavian commune needs to go down, in my opinion. Freak Giacometti, what a fucking freak. Classic Cindy's, hey? Let's take a look. Let's get some mechanized going. Oh, I hate that I don't... Even my troops, Canada. Where are my troops? Can't go with war economy right now. Need 300 points for that. God damn. Oh, what's this? Canada has invaded and Morocco is practically done. Only a few battles will have to be fought to kick them out of their own country. What are the wars going on anyway? All the Sindhis and then these. They will capitulate separately, I believe. Yeah, I will give this to the UK, to France. That's what I meant to say there. There you go. Well, they just keep it. Looks like it. I mean, to be fair, Sweden also just kept Norway. I think Russia will actually come out of this with a win, you know, with a... Holy fuck, what? Service by requirement? Russia is down to almost no manpower? The fall of Beijing. After days of high-intensity fighting in the capital suburbs, Fengtian troops finally scaled the walls of the outer city, scattering the defenders and making further defense of the capital all but untenable. With rail lines into and out of the city thoroughly cut, the remaining Qing forces quickly thinned as deserting soldiers melted into the urban population. Right, Beijing has fallen, and the Japanese are empire building, indeed they are. Quite successfully so. Oh, we still have these. Ah, I see. We should probably just like straight up send all of our troops here. Just put you down over here. What do we have? Oh, we did get Bernard Montgomery there. Nice. Hello, Bernard. I don't care about the planning speeds. I think that recovery rate is good. Thank you.
Please clap.
Oh, there you go. We've done it. The British Reconstruction Authority. While the monarchy has been restored to the British Isles, many policymakers argue that the country needs time to go through thorough desyndicalization. Syndicalist rule permeated not only into Britain's politics and economic system, but laid its roots deep in British society and culture as well. To help overcome the legacy of syndicalism, a British Reconstruction Authority, or BRA for short, has been created and granted wide governing powers to help rejuvenate Britain again. Now we shall be known as the British Reconstruction Authority, with a flag that I can't really appreciate, but you know. Military governor. We should appoint a military provisional government to safeguard the authority during its transition, at least until further notice, or... The idea of a military government has made some uncomfortable, harking back to the Cromwellian Commonwealth that ruled after the English Civil War in the 17th century. A civilian administration should govern for now, I think, actually. I would like a military governor, because it was the military that carried us back on the islands, and it shall be them that secures our rule. Rebuilding London. The city of London was damaged rather extensively in the liberation of the home islands from the syndicalists. As we focus on rebuilding the country, we must look to restoring our capital. Two plans have been assembled as to how to rebuild the city, and both have their proponents. The first plan is to restore it all in its original glory and splendor, making London look as it did prior to the 1925 revolution during our golden age. The second plan, formulated by the famed architect Edwin Lutyens, is the grandiosely named Imperial Plan. Drawing on the ideas of Haussmann's renovation of Paris, the plan calls for white boulevards and a focus on imperial grandeur, with Lutyens' particular blend of Art Deco and classical hybrid style. Honestly, this is a new era. An era of London ruling supreme over everybody, not just over our old empire. So yes, this is a new era. It will cost me political power, but I will go through with it nonetheless. And I've also noticed we're actually 30 minutes in. The next episode will probably mostly be doing focuses and just, you know, watching the world. Do you ever, like, have an option to gain Annex War Goal against Kingdom of Canada? Yeah. Reclaim the birthright. Old enemies, new allies. Ah. Our Dominion. Crush France. I want to see what they can do. I don't think that the Germans will be able to do much, but you know, we can't really let them come back. Like, I don't know. I don't think there is a way to let them come back. And I will do, I think, some safe editing, because this should definitely, absolutely be French. This should be French as well. Just give it to France. They can relieve Luxembourg if they want. Oh, this already was given to Belgium, huh? And this should also be French. I think that is only fair. I will do that off camera, and I will see you in the next episode. Until then, later.